Hi guys, I wanted to do an update on the stalking. I'm now looking into whether it's part of gang stalking, which is when you're targeted by a criminal organization. I suspected that it was that, but now it seems like it's more, I have more confirmation. I looked into, there was a YouTuber who lives in a certain state, and he said that he's been harassed for his property. That's the similar that's similar to what I went through. I started a jewelry business, and I did a YouTube video about it, and I started talking about it, and that's when most of this started to happen. The open sore that I showed you before is slowly closing up. I'm putting sort of rubbing alcohol on it, and it's closing up, but all of a sudden it opens up and there's pus. So I think what happened was I started doing really well on a job. I was going into the jewelry business. I had an eBay business that I was really starting to get back into being really active on the eBay business. I was writing a lot of freelance writing, and I think that's what made me a target. And the people who are involved at the top level are white. So they wanted to, I guess, target me, thinking I wouldn't be believed. But I'm 48 years old. I went straight through school, graduated college, didn't have any problems. I was never arrested, never involved in criminal activity, never had any issues until around that time. So I believe that's why they targeted me. And there's one other thing I want to give you a tip. They seem to have some way of tracking. I'm in Co-op City, so it's a fireproof building, and it's mainly made out of metal. They have some way of tracking jewelry, so they mark where your jewelry is so they can easily come in when they do work in your apartment or when you're out and steal it. That's another thing that I noticed. They were able to tell me in real time when a stone dropped out of this ring, and they said they try to do it because I've overheard their conversations. They try to do it when you're in the bathroom so that they can clog your drain, take the stone or the jewelry, and you never know. So I wanted to give you folks a warning. If you're in Co-op City, I'm not the only person going through this. If you go to my Twitter handle, I'm at Shamega Johnson, at Fashion Fun Femme, at Cup of Java Pro. This is going on. We're not crazy. You don't hear me talking about any craziness. I'm a sane person. But because of all this, they're hitting me with lasers. I'm disabled. I've had other pre-existing health conditions like Barrett's esophagus. You'll see the marks on my chest. I still have them. You'll see the marks on my throat. My throat's swollen. They hit my jaw. I have it on my hairline. They call me highly African because of my hair texture. And so you'll see that I'm not the only one going through this. If you're in New York City, call the police. I've seen videos where people are confronting these people following us. Don't confront them. It's tempting. I've now gotten into the habit of taking out my phone so I can videotape them. But call the police. Once the police knows, once you tell people about this, these people will be put out there and they will be exposed and they'll stop doing it. Okay, this isn't just happening in the Bronx. It's happening in Manhattan. I believe it's happening in Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens. We must tell people this is happening. We must not be ashamed. No one will think you're crazy. Believe me, they won't think you're crazy. It's so logical. And I wanted to show you, I didn't want to get my ring fitted because my hands swell and then they unswell. So I put, just a little tip, I put string behind my ring so that it will fit snugly and I can easily adjust it without paying anything. I got that tip from my most wonderful grandmother, who was such a smart, beautiful woman. And she taught me how to put string behind your rings, and you can adjust it based on when your hands are swollen or when you want to take it off. So that's a little tip for you. Just to repeat, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. And if this is happening to you, call the police. Don't take matters into your own hands. You're not crazy. Thanks for watching.